Look at this artificial brain suspended in a dark void. For years, our relationship with artificial intelligence has looked exactly like this: a passive oracle, isolated from the outside world, waiting for a human to type a prompt before it pulses to life. Under the surface, the current chatbot architecture relies on token-by-token prediction. It functions like a student who sits down to write a complex essay entirely from memory. The system prioritizes reading smoothly and forming fluent sentences, over stopping to actually verify its facts. That guessing mechanism produces what developers call confident hallucinations. When a system prioritizes fluency over accuracy, it generates persuasive but entirely false details. In casual conversation, that is a quirk. In complex, real-world tasks, it is a massive liability. Step into environments like this boardroom. When you are executing million-dollar financial trades, routing global logistics networks, or parsing patient medical data, a hallucination is a critical point of failure. To solve this, developers are rebuilding the underlying architecture. AI is transitioning from generating text to actively verifying facts and moving from single text boxes to autonomous, multi-step workflows. If software is going to start making real-world decisions independently, we have to ask, what exactly are we handing over to the machine? Imagine assigning a software system to read 300 conflicting medical studies and synthesize them into a single, accurate treatment conclusion. Instead of instantly generating a polished paragraph of text, the new architecture pauses. It takes that massive goal and breaks it down into a multi-step workflow. This argument graph is a structured battlefield. The central question branches into specific claims, evidence, and contradictions. The AI physically links matching claims to evidence with green lines and flags direct contradictions with red lines. Specialized multi-agent ecosystems navigate this web, handing off tasks. In this system, a research agent gathers the raw data. A verification agent scans for those unsupported red lines. A writing agent drafts a summary using only the verified green notes. And finally, a QA agent reviews the output before a human ever sees it. The next iteration of artificial intelligence is an automated, self-correcting digital assembly line of specialized workers keeping each other in check. But this introduces a serious bottleneck for enterprise adoption: trust. Business leaders are hesitant to deploy an autonomous assembly line if the internal decision-making process remains an unreadable black box. To build that trust, developers are utilizing a field called mechanistic safety. Researchers are figuring out how to map the internal behavior pathways of a model so they can block unsafe actions before they happen. Instead of waiting for a final output to fail and trying to clean up the smoke, mechanistic safety works like this: detecting the hidden spark inside the machine and extinguishing it before the fire ever starts. Once the system is secure, it needs to practice these complex workflows. The challenge is letting an AI run trial and error operations without accidentally corrupting a real company's database or crashing its logistics network. Look at this 3D wireframe blueprint. Companies are building digital twins, isolated replicas of their physical factories and networks, where AI agents can operate freely. Inside, the AI runs a continuous feedback loop, making catastrophic mistakes and learning from them, entirely insulated from real-world consequences. Software is stepping away from learning purely from static historical text, and instead it is learning by actively practicing inside living simulations of our world. When you pull back from the technical mechanics, the human relationship with software is inverting. Today, we ask our software questions. Tomorrow, we will assign it outcomes. This transition to agentic workflows alters how we approach software engineering, healthcare synthesis, corporate operations, and customer service. But the businesses that win over the next decade will not be the ones that blindly automate every process they can find. The true value of human workers will be focused on building deep, domain-specific knowledge, designing strict verification layers, and defining the exact points where human review must intercept the AI. The world is no longer waiting for artificial intelligence to get better at talking. We are actively watching it learn how to execute tasks. The chatbot era made artificial intelligence visible, but the agent era